Alright, the video everyone's been waiting for, which is how much I spent in total with my 4-link suspension on my 91 Chevy Silverado. First thing I'm going to say is I did not plan on spending this much. I was only planning on spending like $15,000, but it kind of just, it got out of hand and there was more things I wanted to do to make it look better. But I'll get straight to it. The total I spent was $32,847, and that is not including what I'm going to be purchasing here in the next couple days or weeks, because there's still more I want to do to it. But let's get into it. First thing I bought, front and rear axles. They're Dana 60s off 2004 F250. Bought them used, $1,300. I got trusses, cross member, cradle from Backyard Fab in Indianapolis. Spent $2,500 plus the $500 for shipping, so $3,000 in total for those. I got some sway bars, hide joints, and other little parts I needed. Spent another $2,000 on those. I got some coilovers. I got the 2.0s from Big Shocks. I got the 12-inch travel with the springs, so that was another $2,800. I got some stock tires because I needed something to roll the axles on. That was another $100. I got some coilover buckets for the front of the truck. Got those from RI Fab for $300. Got some more sway bar mounts, the little thing that hold in the bar of the sway arm, because I misread the thing on the website, so I had to buy another two. That was another $205. And then I got the actual arms. I got the actual sway bar arms and more overlays for some of my parts that I got, like the cradle, trusses, and rear crossmember. That was another $289. And then with the front axle, I didn't know that it was bent at the time, so once I found out, I had to obviously buy a new front axle. So I went to the junkyard, got another Dana 60 axle for $647. I bought metal tubes to use as my 4-link suspension first. So I got all 8 plus, dude, I literally got like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. I needed like 16 tubes. So it was around there. It's like 16 tubes or something. That was like $800. And then I ended up putting it all together, and I ended up not liking it. So what I do? I bought custom bars. I got 8 custom bars with some rear brackets for the rear axle to bolt in my custom bars, because I welded my truss upside down on my rear axle, so I had to cut it off and re-weld it and grind and everything. So that was a hassle. So 8 custom bars and some rear brackets I got for $2,350. And then I found some wheels on the marketplace. 28 by 16s on 42s, the ones I have right now. Got those for $4,000. I mean, it was a deal that I couldn't pass up. Especially I knew, because I wasn't gonna have rims for a long time, because they're like $12,000-$15,000. For $4,000, I was like, I'll just get them for now. And try to polish them, but we all know the story on that one. We can skip all that. I got, for the track bars, I wanted those square too, because might as well. So the front and rear track bars, those came out to a total of $860. And then I needed more overlays, because I wanted overlays for the front and back of each bar. So I spent another $300 on those. For the sway bar, the actual arm, I wanted those custom too, because I'm going all square, so might as well go all square. And plus I saw the ones from the like super tall white Dodge. I'll post a picture of it, but I thought those were pretty sick, so I was like, I wanted those. So I had RI Fab make me a pair. I got all 4 of those for $600 front and rear, so 4 in total. Any size I needed, $600. I needed brake lines, so for the front I got I forgot what website I got them off of, but that was $160. They're like super long brake lines, and it goes from the 91 Chevy to the F250 brake caliper, so $160 there. I bought some spike lug nuts from, I forgot what website it was, but that was $250. They came with all 64 or however many I needed, and they already came powder coated, which was pretty cool. I bought a drive shaft spacer because I was too lazy to buy a custom driveline, because that was a lot of money. But after I spent this much on a driveline spacer, I should just bought a custom drive shaft, but the spacer cost me $402. Back of the page. So for the axles, I needed new gears because I'm gonna be running big tires, and I needed new gears just to help me push those things. So I'm not really supposed to tell you guys the price of this because I got sponsored by Yukon Gear and Axle, but I got the front and rear gear kit for $803, which is a huge deal. I got a custom bar for like in between the cradle, because I had them tubes before, but I wanted a custom one because, like I said, everything else is square. So that custom bar was another $300. For powder coating wise, I didn't have to pay for powder coating. All I had to do was pay for the powder itself, because my friend JB from 209's Finest Powder Coating in Riverbank sponsored me, so I did not have to pay for any of the powder coating, which was a huge help. That was like, I couldn't have done it without him, that's for sure, because that would have been another $2-3 grand right there. But yeah, I got it all for free. I just had to pay for the powder, so I spent like a couple $100 on just powder. And then once that was done, I had to get the axles rebuilt. So I got the front and rear axles rebuilt for $2,500. That included them installing the gears and taking out the old gears and buying new ball joints and everything. $2,500. And then for my wheels, they had a clear coat on them, so I sent them to be sanded and polished, which was a big mistake because the guy texted me one day saying that he media blasted them, and that pretty much ruined the wheel, because now I have pits everywhere. I should have just had them acid dipped, but I was being cheap at the time, and I just trusted a guy, which mistakes were learned. And I still had to pay him $500 because he wasn't gonna give me my wheels back. So that was $500 down the drain. Once I got the wheels back, I decided to take them to a guy that everyone was referring me to, which his name was Troy Smith. Yeah, everyone was referring me to Troy to take my rims down. So I had I took off a tire that was $50. Took off a tire. He had the one rim for about like 3 months. 2 or 3 months. It was around there. Hasn't touched them. So I got tired of it. Went and picked up the one rim and told him basically thanks for nothing. Because he told me he was gonna be able to sand them and he'll work on them, but no, he didn't. He did not work on them. They just sat in his backyard. It could have been stolen. But anyways, picked him up, I didn't have to pay him anything for that because obviously he didn't even work on them. But I bought sandpaper and all that fun stuff and sanded them myself. That was a couple $100. I wanted for bumpers. I wanted to be different and have some cool custom bumpers because I know they don't really have custom bumpers for the 88 to 98 here besides giant looking Mr. Chin bumpers. I wanted like a cool bodyguard bumper, which it was like smooth, looked cool and everything, so made my own. So I had those cut out for $600, the front and rear. All I had to do was I made it in cardboard first, and then I gave all the pieces to RI Fab, and he just basically took the measurements and cut them out in steel. So that was $300 or $600 in total, $300 for front and rear to be cut out. And then also with that, I bought some frame plates and reservoir clamps. So with the bumpers, the reservoir clamps, and the frame plates, that was $1,144. I think the frame plates were $300, and that's with overlays, with whatever measurements you needed. I got like 2, 4, 6, I got eight overlays with the frame plates for $300. So it was not that bad. It looks kind of decent anyways. Probably the worst purchase I did out of this whole build was because I was in a rush to make it to Lift the Truck Nationals. I bought chrome wrap because I couldn't get everything chrome plated fast enough at the time, so I decided to buy chrome wrap. That was $700 just for chrome wrap, but that was like 60 feet, which was a lot. So $700 on chrome wrap, which was a big mistake because I got made fun of it so bad. That was terrible. But anyways, I got all new stainless steel overlays, which I'll talk about later. Front grille, I traded for it, and then it cost me $300 to repaint and bondo it. For the frame plates, for those to be powder coated, that was $300. I powder coated the rims also because, like I said, I sanded them myself, and it was too hard to sand the face of them, so I decided to powder coat the face of the rims. So that was $1,400 for all four to be powder coated, the whole face, and all the back of the rim. So the only thing that was polished was just the front lip. That was $1,400 to be powder coated. I bought paint for the front bumpers, thinking I could do it myself. That was $100, and it ended up not being good because it was terrible. So I had to send them down to be repainted, rebondoed, everything. I only did the front one because I didn't really like the rear one. I think I bought a roll pan for the rear. The roll pan was $120, and then to fix the front bumper it was $450, but it looks so much better now. I needed longer custom brake lines for the rear of the truck. I couldn't find any long ones, so I had to go to like a race shop in what's it called? Escalon? It was either I think it was Escalon or Slide. It was Slida. Went to a race shop in Slida, got some rear custom brake lines from a 91 Chevy to a F250. They're pretty freaking long, but that cost me $145. And then at this point I didn't want the chrome wrap anymore because I had some money saved up, so I got my front differential cover, my rear differential cover, and all four of my sway bars chrome plated. That was $520, which is honestly not that bad for that much stuff to pack or chrome plated. And then after I got those back, the sway bar arms, since they're squared, I thought that when you dip the parts, like the whole thing was gonna be chrome plated, but the inside of the bars were not chrome plated, so that means they were going to rust. The whole inside was gonna rust. So I sent them down to JB again to have those powder coated the inside of those bars so that they wouldn't rust. So that was another $240 just to powder coat the inside of all 4 bars. So we'll say in total I spent about $760 on chrome plating. I bought new mirrors. I didn't buy the Busado ones like everyone's thinking, because they're literally the exact same ones online that you can buy on eBay, Amazon. Dude, y'all are getting scammed. It's literally the exact same mirror. They just sell a different wiring kit. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't see it. It's the exact same freaking mirror. But I spent $144 on the mirrors I have, and they look just like Busado. And I spent another $200 to get them painted. And you guys think they're Busado, but they're not. They're eBay mirrors. And then my latest purchase that I bought was stainless steel overlays for my cradle, the front of my truss, and the rear of my truss. That was $500 for 4 pieces of stainless steel overlays. And I still need the back side of the front and rear truss and the front and back of my rear cross members. So that's gonna be another $500 because that's another 4. I just got a text today saying from Backyard, or not Backyard Fab, but RI Fab texted me today saying that they cut out half of my stuff in stainless steel overlays, which from him I'm getting about 33 pieces done, because I got all the front and backs of all 8 of my custom bars, front and back of my front and rear track bars, and front and back of each of my sway arms. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and then my frame plates, 28, 30, 32, 34. 34 pieces being cut out for $700 from RI Fab. So I don't know why it's cheaper with RI Fab than Backyard Fab, but it doesn't matter. Because it's gonna look freaking sick at the end. And then yeah. That, I think with the $700, yeah, it came out to $32,847. That's pretty much everything I bought for it so far. But yeah, like I said, I was not planning on spending this much money on the truck, and there's still a lot more things I want to do, like new wheels and tires, which I might be selling in the next week or 2 if this guy doesn't ghost me like the other ones did. We're gonna go with the bigger setup, so it's gonna be pretty sick, all polished. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna go very good with all my mirror stainless steel overlays. But yeah, that's how much I spent so far on my truck. The next video, I am going to be talking about how I was able to afford the truck and what I did, and how you guys can get sponsors for your build. So I hope you guys look forward to that one, because I'm gonna be able to help you guys out on how to get sponsors, and I'll give you guys like an idea on like what you guys should be saying to companies so that they will give you a sponsor, and a sponsor where you get free parts, not a little discount code. So make sure you guys tune in for that next video. See ya.